Restani. We are on location, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Colonel Bull Montana. We're in beautiful downtown Lynn, Massachusetts. And, Colonel, we're at some sort of tuna factory that you're working at. Give us the 411 on what you're doing here.
Well, TC, it's with a gentleman that owed the George's Bank. They're getting a 900-pound, the big boys.
900 pounds of tuna?
That's correct.
All right, so the noises that you hear in the background are actually the tuna machines here. So give us, what do you actually do here, Colonel?
Well, what they do, the fishermen bring it right to the dock, and we load them on the truck, and then it goes to the plant, and we take the head off, and then you gotta gut it.
All right, so what do you guys do with the actual heads of the tunas? What do you do with the tuna heads?
Well, most of the fishermen, they use the tuna head for the bait for the lobsters.
Oh yeah, they go lobster fishing out of here?
Correct. And that's where you get bait for the lobsters.
So this is absolutely fascinating here. Now we're talking about you're doing our tuna fish here. You know, you're swimming with the fishes here, as Luca Brazzi would say. Now I know we were talking to your friend over there, Charlie. He was the guy who works over here, and he was talking about how tuna fishermen are upset at what's her name? That bimbo. What's her name? Jessica Simpson talked about a couple years ago, chicken of the sea and whatnot.
Correct.
Now there's like a brotherhood of tuna fishermen in here.
That's right, and TC and. Most of these this is how most of these sea captains make their mucho dinero.
They make their mucho dinero. For those people out there who are less intelligent, that's money. Now they go out. Is it kind of like what you see on like Deadliest Catch, where they go out for like days and days and days?
Correct, it is like that.
Now you don't go out on the boat, do you?
No, I stand at the dock and I wait for them to come in.
So you're a longshoreman.
Correct.
So now, once the tunas come in here, now we're here now. It's like 2:30 in the morning. You actually work the graveyard shift here, slicing and dicing these tuna fishes.
Correct.
Now, you know, I saw this in a movie once, and it kind of makes sense. Now, all this tuna is going into cans and processed, and people are going to eat it for sandwiches. Why not feed the tuna fish the mayonnaise before you cut them up?
Well, see, this is what happens. After we cut them up, we put them in the ice, and they ship them over the sea, over to Japan and all that.
Oh, over to Japan. So all the tuna that comes out of the Atlantic Ocean off of Massachusetts and New England, you're telling me, goes to Japan?
Correct.
Now, why wouldn't they just have tuna fish over in Japan?
No, because the tuna fish over there is a better quality of sushi.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not the culinary artist that you are. So you're trying to tell me that the tuna fish. Now, is this like the Starkist tuna?
No, this is like
gourmet tuna.
Correct.
The kind of stuff you get like Fire and Ice and all that other stuff.
Correct.
All right, when you go to like Bisuteki and all these other places.
Correct.
All right, so you got me totally confused here. I thought you were like chopping up tuna and putting it in cans and I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow.
No.
Oh, this is the gourmet tuna.
Correct.
Okay, this is the pink tuna. Correct. This isn't the white tuna that's inside with the albacore.
No.
They don't chop up any dolphins out there, do they?
No.
Have you ever seen them chop up any dolphins?
No, I haven't.
Now, how come you haven't gone out on the boat yet?
Because I'm afraid because most of the captains said they said they're in like a 20-foot high waves and all that.
Oh yeah. I know it's a little stenchy in here. It just smells down here, you know. So this reminds me of some of the broads that used to hang around with, Colonel. That little smell I'm talking about.
Especially at the dirty napkin.
Oh, especially at the damn napkin. We won't get into there. What was that girl's name? Velvet?
That's correct.
Yeah. She looked like a purple couch. But we're not going to get into that. It's a different story for a different time. That'll be in the autobiography of Colonel Bull Montana. How is that going, by the way?
Well, right now on TC, I'm still trying to find the ghostwriter.
Well, this is a perfect opportunity. If anybody out there that would like to be a ghostwriter for Colonel Bull Montana's autobiography, I'm talking about this man knows it all, done it all. And if you'd like to be a ghostwriter, if you know somebody that could be a ghostwriter, why don't you send us an email? That's TC Restani at yahoo.com. No, big thing right there, TC Restani at yahoo.com. If you know a ghostwriter, write Colonel Bull Montana's autobiography. Now, how would you start off the autobiography?
Well, I started up when I was a little
Chapter 1, what would you call it?
Chapter 1 would be how I started as a little kid.
Chapter 1, diaper training, right? Something like that?
Correct.
Unbelievable. Now, we're actually taping this. It is now the month of September.
Correct.
And a lot of things happen in the month of September, but one of the most important things that happen in the month of September is Colonel Bull Montana's birthday seems to roll around a lot quicker than yours truly's or anybody else's on the program. Colonel, how old are you this year?
Well, TC, I'm going to be 56 years old, 11 days from tonight.
Well, in case anybody's listening to later in the month or whenever, when is your birthday so they can write it down and never forget it?
9/26/56.
9/26/56. Unbelievable. Colonel Bull Montana. Now you're not only the co-host of an award-winning talk show, you're now a tuna processor. Unbelievable. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Well, it's been a couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks, and you gave me a tour of the place, and what we're going to do is, we're doing the radio version of the broadcast. You're going to get the clearance from the big wig at the top of the mountain. Maybe we'll come back with some cameras.
Correct, and especially there's a couple of big fishermen. One cat's name is Donnie Broderick, and Donnie Broderick claimed to fame that if we seen Jaws, it was based on Captain Quint there.
So you're trying to tell me Quint from Jaws was based on a guy you know?
Correct.
Now, does he make any money off of Jaws?
I don't know if he does.
Now, well, obviously he didn't have the same fate as Quint because Jaws, at the end of Jaws, he got bitten in half.
Right.
Did he tell you this, or is he just making it up?
No, he was telling me. He was telling me a story.
He was telling you a story. Why don't we get him on the program then?
I'm trying to get him, but
because Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. I know Dr. McMurphy is one of Dr. McMurphy's favorite movies of all time. Can you give us a little Jaws? Can you hum the theme of Jaws for us? Oh, that's outstanding. John Williams must be rolling around looking at that one. So now tell me what happens here. Now give us the 411. We're here at the processing plant. You come in at midnight. Now how many tuna heads do you chop off in the middle of the night?
It depends. Right now in September, September starts off with all the big tuna that is out by Georgia Bank.
George's Bank. Now, for those people out there, that was actually seen in the movie The Perfect Storm.
Correct.
With George Clooney.
Correct.
So, all right, go on, continue. They bring them in, the big tunas.
And we pick them up on the truck. Soon as the boss calls us on the ref phone, we drive from Maine all the way down to Cape, and we'll go pick them up.
Oh yeah, you pick them up, Mom?
Correct.
Now, they're not alive, right? They're all dead, right?
Correct.
All right, so you're not decapitating them in the middle of the night like Jason Voorhees or anything like that. So now, do you get to take any samples home?
No, I don't.
You don't have. Now, do you just do tuna, or do you do other seafood as well?
We do a lot of seafood.
Like what?
Like we do lobsters, shrimp, you name it. We do it all. And
you do great white sharks?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Really?
And besides that, where the company is, we get a little seafood where you can buy the fish and all that.
Oh yeah, you got like a little restaurant, a little store.
Correct.
Unbelievable. Now, do you work there as well?
No, it's connected with the plant, though.
Now, speaking of being connected, I know you know a lot of people that are connected. Now, what about that whole thing, sleeping with the fishes, like Luke Labrazzi? We mentioned that earlier. Have you seen any other type of sea urchins that you haven't been able to identify yet?
No, I haven't.
Nothing yet?
No.
What about, like, octopuses and squids and all that other junk?
No, we get them in the store.
Oh, you get them in the store, but you're not chopping them up?
No.
Now, I understand that you are going to be going on a scuba diving trip soon.
I think so.
Now, how do you prepare for that? How does Colonel Bull Montana prepare for a scuba diving trip?
Well, TC, as you know, I started when I was a little kid. I could probably do it.
You are a scuba expert. I know the Navy SEALs were based on you. But, Colonel, I understand your boss is looking over your shoulder. I'm going to wrap this interview up. But fascinating. Hopefully we'll be getting video of this sometime soon. We'll do a tour of Colonel Bull Montana's Midnight Madness job where he is slicing and dicing tuna fish. unbelievable, Colonel. I got to get out of here because it really stinks in here, and I know it's not you, all right?
Correct.